Hi, I'm Dan Colbert, the President and CEO of Aircraft Propeller Service.
I'm Ezekiel. I'm from Brazil. I run the business down in Brazil.
Hi, I'm Fergus Lopez, and I'm the Managing Director for Asia Pacific.
APS has been in business for over 70 years. We started as a GA propeller shop located outside Chicago, Illinois. We've grown, obviously, over the years, and about 30 years ago, we deepened our relationship with Hamilton Sundstrand and really focused on the regional turboprops. And since that time, we've continued to grow our relationship. We've signed a number of licenses with now Collins Aerospace to focus on the 568F propeller system that powers the ATR and the CASA. We also focus on helicopter actuation work and do some parts trading and manufacturing and airframe teardown. We've deepened our relationship with Collins. A big milestone was signing the sole licenses, or the sole licensee on the 568F propeller system, as I said, that's on the CASA and the ATR. And we've put that work into our shop in Lake Zurich, Illinois. We've also added a shop in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And we've just recently received our certification for a new shop in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So I'll let Ezekiel and Fergus share some thoughts on those.
Brazil, as Dan said, no, you are there almost 10 years. Next year, you have 10 years in operation down in Brazil. Now we are very consolidated there, not only in Brazil, but also in Latin America, showing that APS footprint is a global brand and a global technical support, and we are giving our best to our customers.
About 15 months ago, we established a presence in the Asia Pacific region. The location is Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and we've got a sizable facility which has just recently passed the FAA certification for propellers as well as other components that are yet to be introduced into the facility.
Well, two very common themes that I think a number of people are facing. One is operating costs and how to control operating costs after a number of years with high inflation and just challenges coming out of COVID and ramping operations back up would be the biggest one, I think. And then related to that is the continued supply chain disruptions that we see across our industry, whether it's in North America, in Brazil, in Asia. Our customers are really relying on us to help them control those maintenance costs, help them when supply disruptions happen, to work with the OEMs to solve that and secure replacement parts. I'll let Ezekiel and Fergus share some of their more specific experiences.
Yes, I agree with Dan. So we are seeing our customers complain a lot about the supply chain constraints and also the price. So we are working on to very close to the OEMs to have affordable price, and they also have stocks available to attend our customers in the high level as used to do in APS.
Regional presence is being appreciated at this point. Hence, our global footprint will help alleviate some of the long distance traveling that for components, which does cost a lot of money. APS has also recently established a team to look at salvageability of parts, to be able to develop repairs.
As Fergus said, we're developing new repairs, and as a licensee and key partner to Collins Aerospace, we work very closely on two fronts. One, on supply chain issues. We meet on a weekly basis to look at parts demand, parts forecasting, shortages that are impacting the system, and we can work directly both with Collins and ATR to make sure we have access to parts as soon as they become available to solve some of those challenges. In addition, from an engineering standpoint and repair development standpoint, we work again very closely with the OEM to develop new repairs, to salvage materials, working between our engineering teams to look at serviceability issues, what we can do to really come up with new and innovative ways to help our customers keep planes in the air. I think training is a couple great examples that Ezekiel and Fergus can share as we've built up new teams in both Brazil and more recently in Malaysia, working closely with the local authorities, schools, government bodies to access funds, access local technicians and help grow them and build them in the industry. So I'll let them share some of that.
Well, yeah, we are always investing in training because it's part of our job. Keep up the things with the high standards, and also we are now sharing our trainings around the world. So we had people from Malaysia training in Brazil, people from Brazil training US, people from US going to Brazil to training people in Brazil. So now we are sharing not only our knowledge but our experience as well. No? So we have a good team, good technicals, good executives, and it is one of our advantages. So we have people around, and training is part of that.
We have two forms of training. We do it externally for the customers with the key objective of reducing direct operating costs, help them with maintenance practices, current maintenance practices. Then we also have internal training. We have a great story with Malaysia over the last 15 months where we moved 22 of our technicians and split them up between Brazil and Lake Zurich, where subject matter experts took them through weeks of training. And then when they came back to Malaysia, subject matter experts also came to Malaysia to train them on our equipment in Malaysia.
Our big goal is to share the APS story. So as we've grown and continue to evolve beyond our GA roots to really make sure we're connecting with the total ecosphere of people around the regional turboprop platforms, but also then as we think about growing beyond the turboprop, getting into regional jets, getting into other capabilities in terms of parts manufacturing, airframe teardown and parts trading, and developing new component capabilities, it's important to connect with those other suppliers and MRO providers to find those new growth avenues for APS. We pride ourselves at APS on being OEM equivalent. We have the same capability, caliber, quality standards, people. So we like to think that when you come to APS, it's no different than going to an OEM level facility. And whether you walk into our Lake Zurich facility, our Atibaia, Brazil facility, our Kuala Lumpur facility, you'll get the same look, feel, quality commitment, caliber of employee, integrity, and attention to detail that customers in the aviation industry come to expect. In addition, we really pride ourselves on our partnership with the OEMs, whether it's Collins as the component OEM or ATR or Airbus Defense as a platform OEM. We pride ourselves on being responsive and customer driven and advocating for the OEM stance in the marketplace and making sure that they view us as an extension and partner of what they're trying to do in satisfying the operators and keeping their planes in the air. We have the advantage at APS of working on and supporting the ATR, which, as we all know, is a very green airplane. The fuel economy of the regional turboprop is 40 to 50% greater than the regional jet. The emissions from the airplane is 40 to 50% lower than the comparable regional jet. So we're in a very sustainable segment of the marketplace, and we think of that in how we run our facilities as well. I'll let Ezekiel and Fergus talk a little bit more about what they do specifically in their parts of the world.
Yes, of course we follow all the restrictive requirements for environment. So we follow all the procedures and have everything that we need for that. And specifically in Brazil, we are now working on to have 100% of their electrical energy using renewable source. That it's be a good remarkable for us. And also the train, as we're talking here, is a way that we do to bring the community to us and prepare the people around us and respect all the environments in society as well.
When we first started in Malaysia, we actually took a visit down to Ezequiel's operations in Brazil. We brought a lot of those good things that he's doing with the facility back to us. In Malaysia, everything from energy through the usage of lights, energy conserving type. We talk about waste, management of waste, and also I must compliment the Malaysian government who provides incentives for sustainability, for greener factories, even in being in the tropics, having to cool buildings down. We've used the latest and greatest of technologies to keep our energy costs as low as possible.
Kind of a two-prong approach. One, we're going to continue to expand our global footprint. So we are thrilled to now have 3 centers of excellence, one outside Chicago, one in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and our newest one in Kuala Lumpur. And we're now looking at India as our next stop to develop an in-region presence to, again, be closer to the customer, to support those operators where they're flying, and getting back to those reduced maintenance costs and helping them be successful. So continue to expand that global presence. And then also when we think about our core competence, our core capabilities, we're going to continue to develop additional repairs on those existing components we serve today, on the propeller system you see here, on the actuation components that we service today. And again, continue to find ways to help our customers save their components and avoid scrap and keep planes flying. And then beyond that, looking at additional component capabilities with other OEMs and other parts on the airframe. So MRO has provided us a great platform here this week to go out and meet with a number of other OEMs and talk about another number of other component solutions or component opportunities, given that we have OEM caliber facilities, a global footprint, a great workforce, great leadership that we're really excited about in helping the industry grow and helping APS grow.